Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK to another pick a card reading on what are their current thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. And we've got our 3 piles. We're going to go for those in a moment. I just want to say a big thank you to anyone new who's joining the channel. It's lovely to have you here. And if you are a subscriber or a viewer that's watched my channel before, then thank you for coming back again for another one. So let's get straight to our piles. Okay guys, so we've got pile number 1, which is the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, that is the first pile. We have this beautiful little butterfly here. And then we've got pile number 2, which is the Queen of Wands. And this lovely little kind of pendant that has the sun and the moon on the back there. And pile number 3, which is the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups and the gorgeous fluorite. So there you go, those are the three piles. Just go for the pile that's calling for you. Remember, it's a general reading. You only take what feels right to you, leave the rest behind. And it's good for whenever you're finding it. So I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, welcome back to your reading, our pick a card reading today, which is their current thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. And you chose to come into the reading under the 3 of Wands. Quite an interesting 3 of Wands there. Okay, and the butterfly, beautiful butterfly here. So I'm just going to put our butterfly here, there you go. And also I've got a couple of oracle cards, let's have a look at those. We've got full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. All right, then we've got forgiveness. All right, and then we have got trust. So there might be some tension at the moment going on. They might be feeling a bit tense at the minute, or because this card's normally about where a situation is kind of either coming to a peak or it has peaked, and maybe there's been some sort of tension. The ram is the air sign of Aries, isn't it? Aries is a sign that's kind of me. So there might be a bit of you might be locking horns, or there might be in a situation where you're both kind of locking horns at the moment. There's been a bit of tension. Full moons are about results, so it's whatever result that's maybe you're waiting for, or something that is going to be coming in, or it's going to be it's going to be a climax. And I feel like you might have been waiting around on this situation a lot, or they might have been waiting around on this situation, because this 3 of Wands doesn't normally talk about kind of like waiting, maybe unnecessary waiting. Now this particular depiction is interesting because it shows what look like probably 2 lovers, because they're holding hands, kind of talking to each other behind this person's back. This looks like either the chaperone or the nurse or whatever, probably to this young woman. So they're having to meet in secret, they're having to talk in secret. This girl is always looking to see that this person isn't waking up. So maybe this is like a secret situation. It has been a secret situation. Maybe you haven't always been able to be open about it. Maybe it's a secret crush situation or something like that. And you can't let other people know about the situation, but you both know to each other how you feel, something like that. It could be a 3-way situation where there's something going on behind someone's back, something like that. The forgiveness and the trust. So maybe, there's a need for forgiveness in this situation. Maybe they want you to trust them. So maybe if you're waiting around, maybe it was a 3-way situation, you're waiting around on them to make a decision or something like that, and you're hoping that they're going to trust them. Maybe they've done something, some behaved in some way that requires some forgiveness, particularly if you might have had a little, because this can be the card of maybe having a little bit of a row, or being on the verge of having a little bit of a row. Maybe someone is behaving in a way maybe that's just thinking only of themselves or something like that. Maybe that requires a little bit of forgiveness. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Just want to say a big thank you if you have subscribed, liked or commented. It's so important for the channel, and I really appreciate it. And it just lets me know what you like, gives me motivation to do more readings like this one. So please do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, and let's get straight to it. So how is pile number 1's person currently thinking and feeling about pile number one? Please can you make it clear to me. How are they currently thinking and feeling about part number one? So there might be a bit of tension, and things might be on hold. There may be a bit of secrecy for some of you. It might require some trust. Let's see, how are they feeling about pile number one? Four of Cups. So there's a little bit of dissatisfaction here. Not being able to, so somebody comes back to this card, which can be a little bit of a selfish energy. So maybe maybe they're not appreciating you, or they're feeling that you're not appreciating them, because that can be the Four of Cups. What is pile number one's current thoughts and feelings about pile number one? What is pile number one's person's, current thoughts and feelings about pile number one? 10 of Cups. It's interesting. Oh, that one's calling me. Queen of Cups. And the last one is the Knight of Swords. Their current thoughts and feelings. And the overarching energy is death. So I feel like for some of you, this with the overarching energy being death, then this might be a situation that looks as though either it's come to an end, but death is always about change and transformation and rebirth, really. So I feel like if it has come to an end, they are wanting a rebirth. They are wanting to change and transform that energy. But somebody, they're thinking either they are not appreciating the situation, or they're thinking you don't appreciate them, or there's been something in the situation that has caused some disgruntlement, some lack of not being able to see the good in a situation. And it could be if you've had a bit of a row or a bit of a difficulty or a bit of tension in the situation. That might be why somebody feels a bit like this. This is a little bit of a close-off sort of energy, really. But, I mean, with the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, I mean, I think they think that they obviously do have feelings here. The 10 of Cups is an excess of emotional happiness, really. So I think they're thinking and feeling of you that you do bring them that, definitely, that emotional happiness. With the Queen of Cups here, they're obviously seeing you in a very loving way. Or maybe they're feeling that the situation needs that, and that might be why we have forgiveness here and trust. So maybe if you're in a situation with somebody, it could be as well that you are with them and you're just going through a very difficult time, or something that's caused some tension in the situation, and they want to try and change it and bring this back into the situation, which is that sort of loving connection, that heart connection that you might have temporarily lost at the moment. Now, the Knight of Swords can often be can mean conflict, particularly because you've got the fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. So it makes me feel that tempers may be a little bit afraid, or the situation may be a little bit tense, or somebody might have walked out of this situation rather abruptly, or this person is feeling disgruntled in the situation. They're feeling unhappy in the situation, and it could be that they want to break from it, or they want to get some relief from it, or something like that. But my sense is that for a lot of you might already be in separation. It could be that some words were spoken, maybe some harsh words were spoken, or there was a little bit of tension or something like that. But actually, there's still an awful lot of love left in this situation. That might be why you've got trust and forgiveness. But it needs to transform. I think what this person is thinking is we need to change it at its core, at its root. It needs to sort of transform. Now, the Three of Wands can be a waiting card. It can be a bit of a stagnation card. So maybe the situation is a little bit stagnated as well, a little bit stale. You're not really getting on, something like that. And there just needs to be renewed forgiveness and trust, where you both appreciate each other again. Maybe that's what your person's thinking, where we need to learn to appreciate one another again, to get back to our happiness, to get back to our emotional, our emotional sort of connection, really. But that is kind of sandwiched between this disgruntlement and also this kind of, the Knight of Swords can be speedy sort of action, but in some cases, like I say, it can mean arguments and tension and somebody behaving rashly. So maybe that is what's happened here. There's been some rash behaviour, there's been some harsh behaviour, there's been some, issues, but actually at its core, there's still sort of maybe love in this situation. That is what your person is thinking and feeling at the moment. So maybe the situation is hidden. So maybe you're in separation at the moment, the connection is sort of hidden, it's not out in the open or something like that. But there's still, like these two people are still holding hands, there's still love there. There's still a lot of love there. But anyway, let's see. So in terms of astrological signs, the Four of Cups is Cancer energy. Ten of Cups is Pisces energy. Queen of Cups could be any of the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I think there's a lot of feeling in this situation here. But it just feels like there's something that's happened, possibly. Or there could be something, or perhaps your person is thinking. The other way to read this is that they're in a committed situation. Someone is in a committed situation. To all intents and purposes, it looks committed, it looks happy. But there's disgruntlement in that, and they want to leave it in some way. And maybe if you're in a three-way situation with somebody and you're wondering if they're going to leave that person for you, they are kind of considering moving away from it quickly in a very kind of bold way, and that would bring the end to that situation, because this is something secret about this main card. There's some secret situation that's going on in this main card in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Let's see if we can have a message card. See what we've got, a message card. So what is, please can you tell me what is part number one's person's current thoughts and feelings? Their current thoughts and feelings. You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay, so that might be a message to you, pile number one, that in this situation, whatever's going on for you in this situation, you are lovable, you deserve love, or they are feeling that you are lovable and that, you deserve love. You are somebody that I want to love, that I want to still love in this, with this Ten of Cups and this Queen of Cups. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So how is, what are pile number one's person's current thoughts and feelings about pile number one? And that one wants to come out, which is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so this might be a situation where you are actually in separation, but the Ten of Swords, this Ten of Swords, a bit like the Death card. It's like something has come to an end, but in the normal Ten of Swords, in lots of other decks, you have the person lying flat with 10 swords in their back. It looks quite a dark card, but there's like a tiny little strip of light at the horizon. Now this one is always, this person has literally risen up already. So I'm thinking this person, if you're in separation from this person wants, I think this person wants a reconciliation in some way, or a renewal, or a rising up of the situation. Maybe they behaved rashly before, or somebody behaved rashly before, and they may be regretting that. How is pile number one's person currently thinking and feeling? How are they thinking and feeling right now? How are they thinking and feeling about pile number one? Seven of Pentacles, okay. The Ten of Cups, you see. Again, you've got Ten of Cups twice. How are they thinking and feeling? And the Nine of Cups, pile number one. I mean, if you've come into separation, or if you've had a row, or you've had some difficult times, or there's been something that's gone on that hasn't been quite right, I think this person wants you to forgive them. Queen of Cups again. Now, can you believe it? You've got the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups twice. So I think this person, if you're in separation, or like I said, you've had a row, or you've had problems or difficulties, there's been some tension, something's happened, they really want you, if you can, obviously it's up to you, pile number three, to forgive them, to trust the situation again, because from this Ten of Swords, which is a rising up, it always reminds me of the Judgment card, which is a rising up, a leveling up. Now they might want to take bold action towards you with the Knight of Swords here. So if you've been in a period of stagnation or waiting for someone to sort of declare themselves or for the situation to be open. They are saying now that I want this situation to rise up. I want it to come out of a period of not being recognised, which is this Four of Cups. This person sitting under here is not recognising this cup that's being offered to them. Well, out of that, they want it to rise up and be something much better, and they want to grow it again. They want to grow it. Underneath this the first Ten of Cups, which is this emotional fulfillment and happiness, is this little Seven of Pentacles, where this person is really growing and nurturing this tiny little plant. Well, there's all these roots here. So you can see all the roots of it. So it makes me feel that they want they want to build up, really take care of this connection, that they see that it's got a lot of roots to it. It's got a lot of, there's a deep connection, all these roots, there's a deep connection between the two of you, and they want to nurture that again. Obviously the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, you are so they are so I feel like this person's really in love with you. They really, really love you. There's a strong emotional bond for them. You've got all these beautiful colours. I mean, you just are somebody that they really, really makes. Ten of Cups twice. 10 of anything in the tarot is an excess, but the 10 of Cups, that is they're thinking of you in such a loving way. And then next to that, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. You are a wish fulfillment for them. If for whatever reason, they didn't make you feel like that before, or something happened before, or you've had a bit of a row, there's been some issues or troubles, you are a wish fulfillment. Don't not realise that, pile number one. This person, you've got the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups. This person sees you as a wish fulfillment. It comes right under the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords rather. So they might want to take bold action towards this wish, which is you, the wish coming true. Because under, the overarching energy is the Queen of Cups. You might really have a strong feeling connection with this person. There might be a really strong bond between the two of you. There might be a strong spiritual bond. There's definitely, there's loads of cups in this reading, and it's just showing me that they have a very, they really do have a very strong love for you. They see you, and the Queen of Cups is a very beautiful, attractive queen. She's so, she's just so emotionally balanced, so caring, so soft, such a beautiful energy, really. So they see you in this way, and I think if they didn't see you, for whatever reason, they didn't see you like that before, or you felt they didn't see you like that before, or there was some disgruntlement, or maybe this is just, if this is a crush situation, my God, this is more than a crush. This is somebody completely 100% in love with you. Or if this is a secret situation, this person wants this situation to be out in the open. They want it to rise up. They want it to begin again, in a very loving, caring way. They see you as their sort of ultimate happiness. Now, in terms of Ten of Swords, that is Gemini energy. Seven of Pentacles is Taurus. Ten of Cups is Pisces. Nine of Cups is Pisces. Queen of Cups could be any of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Let's see if we've got any other message cards for you, pile number one. But it does look incredibly, they're thinking of you in such a lovely way. What messages are there for pile number one from the person? What is their person's current thoughts and feelings? Romantic feelings. Yeah, this person has, romantic doesn't really even cover it. This person sort of exudes romance for you, really, with all these cups here, and certainly with the Nine of Cups. And also it just might mean that they want to, whether you deserve love, they are saying, I love you, you are so lovable. And I feel a strong attraction towards you, not just an attraction, but feelings of love. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Maybe they just want to rush toward you. Maybe they're thinking that you are not interested here with the Four of Cups. Maybe they're just thinking, gosh, she wouldn't be interested, or he wouldn't be interested, but I am really interested in them, more than interested. What is pile number one's current thoughts and feelings, please? Current thoughts and feelings. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Maybe there was something, that might be why you have the trust here. and the forgive. Something might have happened in this situation. This person really, it has made this person really realise how they feel about you, and they are just really hoping that you will trust them again, that you will forgive them, that this period of waiting can come to an end, and that they can have some results with the full moon in Aries. They can get what they want, which I think is probably you. One more card for pile number 1. Their current thoughts. What are their current thoughts and feelings, please? Letting go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. There we go. So there you go, pile number 1. That's been your reading. I hope you have liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So today's pick a card reading is, what are their current thoughts and feelings about you and the connection? And you chose to come into the reading, and the lovely Queen of Wands here. Beautiful depiction of the Queen of Wands. And also this little pendant that has both the sun and the moon on it. Sun and the moon. So I'm just going to put that there. Plus some oracle cards. So let's have a look at that oracle card and see what we've got. So we've got, full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So Taurus might be a sign for some of you. Then we've got card number 20, success. And there's a key on this. Key to success. And this is peppermint. Success. Right. And then this says yes. And again, that's interesting. I've just noticed that it's got the sun and the moon. This angel is holding both the sun and the moon. And you've got, that's uncanny, and you've got this little pendant that has the sun and the moon. So maybe there's sun and the moon, male and feminine energy, yin yang, balance, something like that. Right, okay, so let's see, before we do anything, let's get some tarot cards. Yeah, so sorry if you've subscribed, shared, commented, liked, thank you so much for doing that. It's really good for the channel, just makes me know what you like, and so I can carry on doing readings like this one. So if you feel like you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, please do, or comment or like, everything is great. So let's get straight through. So how does pile number 2's person, how are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number 2, please? How are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number 2? So we have the King of Pentacles. That's a beautiful, look at that King of Pentacles, gorgeous. Beautiful. I think there's a lot of attraction here. That's for sure, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. That's the theme. I mean, this deck, which is the Mystical Moments deck, has the King and the Queens depicted as both male and female. So there's like a double amount of cards. So this is the female depiction of the King of Pentacles here. All this yellow, beautiful. Okay, so, and again, when we did the pendant, that came out on the sun side, didn't it? So I feel like this person has a lot of positive thoughts about you. Is very attracted to you, the Queen of the Wands and the King of Pentacles, with all these yellow flowers here. I think you really stand out to them. I think you might be a little bit of something that they really desire. So how is pile number 2's person thinking and feeling right now about pile number 2, please? That one wants to come out. The Magician. What are they thinking about pile number 2, please? King of Wands. Do you know what? When I saw the moon and the sun that was on this pendant, and where the angel was holding the moon and sun, I immediately thought of divine counterparts, And because you've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, it makes me feel this person thinks that you are the person for them, that you are their counterpart. Definitely. There's a lot of passion here. They feel like there's a lot of connection between the two of you. What else have we got? How are they thinking and feeling about pile number 2, please? Oh, I feel like that one wants to come out. 9 of Cups. Oh my goodness. And the overarching energy is the Page of Swords. Do you know what this pile really is making me feel? This might be something for many of you where, and because you've got your dream centered practical plan, where it's a crush, it's an attraction, or it's something that's just beginning, because the overarching energy is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is somebody that's incredibly curious. There's a lot of curiosity about you. They are very, very curious about you. They might be checking you out online. They might be looking at you. They might be wondering about you. They may want to get some kind of communication or message to you, because that can also be pages, or a brand new beginning with you. But that is the overarching energy. And it makes me feel this is somebody that is trying or thinks of you in a way that is, where they're so sort of in awe of you, because you've got 3 court cards here. So they see you as somebody who is so attractive. You've got the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, where there's so much passion and fire and chemistry and attraction and magnetism. They see you as somebody who's very confident. They're thinking that you are very confident. You are very, you might be somebody who's very outgoing. They may see you as somebody who is very outgoing, somebody who's sort of like the life and soul of the party, somebody who has got a huge amount of fire. There's a lot of this King of Wands has even got fire there. They feel a huge amount of fire sort of for you. I mean, you've got the 9 of Cups, which is that, they're thinking of you as a wish come true. That is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. It's a dream coming true. It's like you are a dream. Now, it might be because your dreams need a practical plan for Moon in Taurus, that's why I was thinking it might be a little bit of a crush or a attraction situation, because this person might be just thinking of you in all these ways, but it's not actually coming to fruition yet. They kind of need to work out a plan. That might be why you have the Page of Swords as well, on top of all these books, because they're holding this dandelion. I think it's a dandelion, where that is a wish. When we blow a dandelion, we make a wish, don't we? So they're kind of wishing. It goes right next to the 9 of Cups. They're wishing on a star, really wishing for you, but they may need to study a little bit more by standing on all these books. They may need to make a plan. Maybe at the moment they're thinking about what is going to be my plan for being with pile number 2. I mean, if you're with this person already, if you're actually asking, how this person is currently thinking and feeling about you, I mean, they think you're the bees and E's, pile number 2. I mean, they absolutely adore you. That's what I would say. I mean, that's why you've got all this positivity, success, yes. They are seeing you as the person that they want to be with, that they want to come towards. It might be that they need to just make some plans, that they're kind of strategizing at the moment. They want to communicate with you, they want to connect with you, but you are definitely a wish fulfillment for them. I mean, the Magician is also, that's the other thing that made me think that it was possibly a crush situation, because Magician is about manifesting something. And I feel with all the reference to dreams, the dandelion, the 9 of Cups, the dreams, that you are a dream for them that they want to manifest, that you are somebody that they think about, that they fantasize about, that they feel a strong passion and attraction towards. But it isn't just, and also with the 9 of Cups, there's a kind of heart centre to it, but also with the King of Pentacles, I mean, this is about, they are thinking in the long term here. They're not just thinking of something short term with you, pile number 2. They're thinking of making it a practical, like this, they're thinking of a practical, to ground it, to give it, because the Queen, the King of Pentacles is the card of commitment, really. So they're thinking, and Taurians, are part of the Earth suit. The Earth suit is always about sort of, commitment, stability, building foundations, all of that kind of stuff. And it just makes me feel that this person is thinking and feeling of you in a very committed situation. You may already be, like I said, you may actually be in a committed situation with this person already, and they just think you are wonderful. There's no other way for it. There's no other way to say it, really. They think you are fantastic, that they think the relationship is fantastic. It's going to bring, it has the key to their heart. And I think that's why I noticed the key here. You hold the key. I know it sounds really corny to say it, but it's true. You hold the key to their heart. You are somebody that they want to be with. You have it all. You're the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. And also this person, this figure in the 9 of, the 9 of Cups. You provide everything for them. There may be a little bit of an age difference with this, because all of these cards are kings and queens, which are quite mature energy, but the overarching energy is the Page of Swords, which is, a very young energy. So there might be a little bit of an age difference just for some of you, or some differences between you in some way. That might be just for some of you. But look, this little Page of Swords, I don't know if you can see it, it's even holding his hand to his chest, like over his heart, as if to say, look, you are my wish, you are my love. That's kind of what I'm reading from that gesture. But there's something maybe as well, that they need, because he's got his little scholar's hat on now. And I feel like they are needing, not he, but the energy is needing to, there's something about them needing to gather information, to get more information in order to make that plan, to put it into practice in some way. But that is how they're thinking and feeling of you. Now, in terms of astrological signs, well, the King of Pentacles could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's the fire sign, isn't it? Or fire signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Nine of Cups is Pisces energy. Page of Swords is any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. But let's see what else we've got. Let's move these over a little bit. A bit more room. Okay, so please can you tell me how is part number 2's person? What are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number 2? Now, I did look at the bottom of that. I'm going to take it out, actually, which was the Lovers. I'm going to put the Lovers there because I looked at the back of it, and I don't normally do that during a shuffle, but it wanted to come out, I think. So, what is pile number 2's person's thoughts, current thoughts and feelings about pile number 2? Two of Pentacles. The Hermits, this might be a secret situation, and the Two of Wands, okay, and the Six of Wands, which is, they definitely, you've got the Six of Wands, which is usually the card of victory and success. Well, here you've got success and yes, haven't you? So this person, if there's any kind of stalling in this situation, or any kind of sort of little obstacles or something like this person is going to get over those. That might be why we have them standing on that book pile of books, where there's still certain things that they need to do, or information they need to get, or maybe things that they need to tick off, or study, or something like that, to get to victory. But they are 100% thinking and feeling of you in a victorious way. They want to be recognised by you. They want this connection to be recognised. I mean, the Lovers card, sometimes it can talk about choice, but I don't feel it is in this case. I feel like the Lovers is, look at that. They are so mesmerised by you. They are very much in love with you. This is like a soulmate twin flame energy, and I feel like this person really thinks you are, with the sun and the moon, the references to the sun and the moon, and the, this kind of balance. You complete them, like I said, you are the key to their heart. They feel that you complete them. You are their other half, almost like a twin flame energy, actually. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But this is like a twin flame energy, which is at its best, at its height, where you might have gone through some issues, or gone through some problems, or something like that. Maybe, you're in separation at the moment with the Hermit card here. That's another possibility. You could be in separation for some of you. But there's a lot of soul searching going on. And if you're twin flames, then in that time, it's a time for healing, which can be the Hermit card, a search for truth. And that is what I think your person is feeling, that they are going through possibly they could be going through some sort of healing, some kind of inner truth. And the inner truth is that they, are 100% in love with you, and they feel a very strong bond towards you, and they are very attracted to you. They want to be with you. You are their wish come true, 100%. The Two of Pentacles, is underneath this card of a magician, whereby they want to manifest something. There might be again this kind of like because the Two of Pentacles can be a little bit of dithering, but it's more about, I think with this person, it's more about dithering about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to approach pile number 2? Should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? It's more like that, really, rather than dithering and being wishy-washy. They're not wishy-washy in their energy. They want to definitely find the light with regards to how to recognise or come forward in this situation if you're not with them. But they want truth in the situation. Maybe With the Two of Wands here again, it's about, it could be, I mean, there's a lot of references to twos here. So it could be that there is some sort of choice actually, because I've just clotted on, we've got Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So it may be that the situation is a little bit where they're having to make a choice, because we've got the Two of Pentacles and we've got the Two of Wands again. So it could be that there's a situation where they're having to make a choice. This could be a long distance situation, because we've got the globe here and somebody looking out. But I feel like they might be, because I'm just getting the sense that if it was a choice situation, I feel like they've kind of made that choice. Because in this one, she's holding that other stick, isn't she? Whereas one has been put against the wall. And in this one, I feel like this person has got more emphasis on that choice. I feel like they've actually made the choice. Maybe they've searched within, they've gone within, they've found the truth. It is a choice situation. They've made their choice. And that choice, I feel, is that they want to be with you. So maybe it was something, it doesn't have to be a choice around somebody else. It could have just been around a situation, you know, where they had to weigh things up. They had to work things out. They had to balance it out. Again, this is about balance, isn't it? There's a reference in your reading to balance, trying to find balance. And I feel that's maybe what they've, that this situation, maybe it knocked them off balance, and they need to find their balance, or they needed to find their balance somehow. But that balance, I feel they're seeing you as their balance, somebody who is their balance, somebody who is their other half, somebody who is somebody that they, you know, that's going to complement them in some way. And the Six of Wands, you know, they want to be victorious in this situation. They want it to be a situation of recognition and victory. They want to, you know, they want to be in this connection. But there's something about, about needing to make a plan. So maybe if it's a crush situation, there's still things that they are thinking that they need to work out maybe, or that they need to do, something like that. And why have we got that little camper van? That could also be, I don't know if some of you got a little camper van. That's a very specific message there for somebody. There's a little camper van here. But it does also, that's also the reference to travelling. So it might be that you are in long distance, a long distance connection here. Again, I'm going to go back as well. So there might be some differences, or there might be some differences in this situation that they're trying to work out how to overcome in some way, or some, because we've got a lot of differences here as well as the twos. You know, things having to be kind of weighed out and weighed up and stuff. But I feel that they have found enlightenment, that they've got enlightenment in this situation, and they're going to come out, it's going to be victorious. This situation is going to be victorious, and it's going to be good, and it's going to be successful. It's going to be a successful situation. But in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Lovers card, or they're thinking in that way, they're thinking in a very positive way. I mean, this, I've just noticed on this Lover's arm, this woman, she's got a little tattoo, and it reminds me of Cupid's arrow. So it makes me feel maybe this is, again, a crush situation, and they want to come forward. This person wants to come forward. They see you as the one. But anyway, so Lovers is Gemini, Two of Pentacles is Capricorn, Hermit is Virgo, Two of Wands is Aries energy, Six of Wands is Leo energy. So there you go. Let's see if we've got any cards, any message cards here. Anything. How is partner number two's person currently thinking and feeling? What are their current thoughts and feelings? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay. What else have we got? Let go of control issues. Now this one came up in pile number one. So if you felt drawn to pile number one, you might. So allow this situation to unfold naturally. So something is about to unfold, definitely. But let it go at its own pace, maybe. I think it's because it is going to happen. If this situation is either, you're in this situation, and for some reason you just wanted to know what their thoughts and feelings are. Well, they think you're the bee's knees. They want to be with you. But maybe there's been some wobbles or something like that. Or if it's a crush situation or an attraction situation, this is definitely going to happen. It's got the card of victory, success, yes. They see you in such a fantastic way. But there's just a few tweaks. I think that's what I need to say. I feel like this person needs to, there's a few tweaks about how they're gonna do it, how they're gonna declare themselves. Anything else for pile number 2? How is pile number 2's person currently thinking and feeling, please? What's this one? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. And then we've got calling in your soulmate, pile number 2. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Well, of course, the Lovers is a soulmate twin flame energy. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. Welcome to today's pick a card reading, which is their current thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. Now, you chose to come into the reading under this, I know it's a very sad card, sad looking card, but it's actually really lovely. I find this a really lovely card actually in a way, and it's this particular depiction of it, and this is the 5 of Cups. But it does have a lot of sadness to it. This person is looking very thoughtful, they're looking very sad. Okay, so we also have a beautiful fluorite here. I'm going to put that just here so that you can see it. So let's see, I've got some oracle cards. We've also got Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. Okay, Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon. And then we've got Improving Health. And then we have Luck, the Lime, card number 31. Okay, so you might be, there might be some, this situation, there might be a little bit of sadness in this situation for some of you with the 5 of Cups here. The 5 of Cups, so this person looks like she's going to cry, doesn't she? I mean, the 5 of Cups is usually a card where somebody is sort of so caught up in their kind of hurts and losses and pain that they can't really see kind of outside of that, really. Because in the normal depiction of the 5 of Cups, you have somebody, a figure in between, a set of 3 cups and a set of 2 cups, and the 3 cups are spilt. It's what's been lost, and that's the cups that they focus on, whereas they forget that there's 2 cups behind them. So that's what I mean by, being a bit caught up in kind of pain, not being able to get out of that. But you've got to believe in the impossible here. So maybe your person is current thoughts is that there's a sense of loss, or a sense of unhappiness, or a sense of separation. Maybe with they believe in the impossible, they still want to hang on to something here. They still want luck, because they believe in the impossible. Blue moon, it's like the blue moon happens once, once in a blue moon, it's like it is luck. It is that lucky, that kind of luck goes with that really well. So maybe they're still holding on, they're still hanging on to something here. There might be something like that going on, or they're still feeling there's something to hold on to, even if you're in a situation which is quite sad or upsetting or something like that. It might have even affected somebody's health here with the improving health. But anyway, let's get some cards out and see. Big thank you if you have subscribed. Thanks so much for doing that. And if you've commented, all your lovely comments, so lovely. I try to answer them. And if you've liked, all of that's great, because it just shows, it's great for the channel. It means as well that I get, I feel motivated to do more readings like this one. So if you like this one, please do subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you so much anyway for doing that. Big warm hug there. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So how is pile number 3's person? What's their current thoughts and feelings about pile number 3, please? Please can you make it clear to me what are their current thoughts and feelings? So this is the Knight of Swords. Okay. What are their current thoughts and feelings? Oh, shooting out. Page of Cups. 6 of Wands. What are their current thoughts and feelings? What are their current thoughts and feelings towards pile number 3, please? Ace of Cups, right, okay. And the overarching energy is the Tower, okay. So it could be that with the 5 of Cups and the Tower, this is something where, you know, you've possibly come into separation with this person, or something's happened in this situation to cause a lot of sadness and pain, because that really is the Tower. The Tower is where, you know, it's usually something that you thought maybe was solid or stable or secure, and it comes, you know, it comes down really. So any secure, stable, solid situation, usually comes into separation, or there's usually a painful process, but it's also a time for you know, to learn, because often the Tower happens because, you know, there have been signs and synchronicities or whatever that the universe has been giving you along the way to tell you that something isn't right. You haven't listened to it, and then it sort of turns around and says, right, you know, I've given you the soft options, and now I'm going to give you something big, and it's going to happen, and, you know, you're just going to have to sort of deal with it. And that is the Tower. So it kind of comes at a point where you've kind of had all of the there's really been all the clues there all along, but maybe, you know, and we all have Tower moments, but you haven't, for whatever reason, wanted to listen to them or been able to listen to them, and that's when something happens. And there's usually a lot of hurt and sadness, and it can be a very painful time. So it feels like that's the overarching energy, and that some of you might be in separation as a result from that, or you might be going through a really difficult time with this person at the moment. If you're in a relationship with them, you might be going through a really difficult time. It might be on the verge. Maybe you're thinking of falling apart, or coming into separation. There's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of loss. You can't really see, or your person, or they're thinking you can't really see out of that. But actually, this particular depiction of the Tower shows this sort of witch here, and I always think this witch looks quite sort of, given that it's the Tower, I mean, I know she's caused the Tower to come down, but I just feel like she looks quite kind of pleased with herself, really, there in some way, doesn't she? Kind of happy. So maybe there's something about this situation maybe needing to come into disarray in order for it to be kind of built up again. So, or it has come into disarray, and this person is thinking there's still something in this situation. So don't lose heart. I think what they're thinking is, don't lose heart. You know, it can come about again. We can be in this situation again, because you've got the Knight of Swords, which is bold action. I feel like this person, you know, with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, wants to begin something with you. So maybe if you've come into separation with them, or there's been some sort of catastrophe or turmoil or something, they want to begin again. They want to build something up again with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups here. Maybe there is a need for an apology. A message of some kind of an apology in some way, and I think that they know that they need to do that. The Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning, where this cup is overflowing, isn't it? It's overflowing with water, which represents emotion. So I feel like they want an overflowing, they want their cup to be filled again in this situation. They may be making plans or thinking of things that they want to come towards you in a quick way. Maybe they're hoping that luck is on their side. It might seem like something that's to you that would be completely impossible, particularly if you've been through a really difficult time with a Tower here, and someone's health, or, you know, both of your health might have been affected by that, with the stress and everything that can go with a Tower moment. It can be an extremely stressful time, and stress can bring on not just a lot of mental anguish, but it can you know, create all sorts of health issues. So if you have experienced that pile number 3, then I'm really sorry about that, and I hope that you know, are okay. But this person is wanting, I feel, to build this situation up again. And I think that's why this witch is smiling, because they still have hope. I think they still have hope that this situation can come back again. The Six of Wands is a sense of victory and recognition. So they're thinking that this situation can be victorious again. Now, you have quite a lot of cards here. I think the Knight of Swords was in pile number 1, and this card was in pile number 2. So if you felt drawn to any of the other cards, any of the other piles, or those piles, then you might want to look at them. But anyway, the Six of Wands is a card of victory. I think the Six of Wands also came up in pile number 2. Did it come up in pile number 1? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was pile number 2, possibly pile number 2 and 1, sorry. But anyway, they definitely want this situation to be recognised again. They want it to be, I mean, this is, this witch is giving a res a red rose to this person. I don't know if you can see that. They're giving a red rose. And it makes me feel, I mean, red rose is the obvious symbol, isn't it, of kind of love and romance, isn't it? I just feel like in many ways this person wants to, and interestingly, this older witch, I think this older witch sitting down here doesn't look too impressed. So maybe they're thinking that you might not be that impressed with it. But I feel like they want to offer it anyway. They want to have this renewed sense of, renewed sense of love with you. And they might be, they might be feeling very determined to make that happen here with the Knight of Swords, because that is about bold action. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, Knight of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. Page Cups, Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Six of Wands is Leo energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs that I'm seeing here. I'm just being called to do a card just to see what that says. So what is... sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So maybe this is, a separation situation. I do feel like, the majority of people in this pile are probably in separation from their person, with the Tower card here. What else do we have? What's pile number 3's current thoughts and feelings? It was my fault, but I blamed you. Okay, that might mean something for some of you. And then I love you unconditionally. I love you unconditionally. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Right. Let's see. So, I'll move these over a little bit so I've got more room. There we go. Pile number 3. Right. So, can you please tell me how is pile number 3's person? 2 of Swords. How is pile number 3's person currently thinking and feeling? 2 of Pentacles. Now, this 2 of Pentacles came out in this position exactly in pile number 2. And I think I said the 6 of Wands did come out in pile number 2 as well. So you might want to look at pile number 2. And so did this one. The 2 of Wands came out in pile number 2 as well. Not right in this position. I think it came here. But these 2 cards came out in pile number 2. So how is pile number 3's person... and that is the 5 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And the overarching energy is the 4 of Wands. So this person definitely wants renewal in this situation. The 4 of Wands can mean marriage. It does mean celebration, but the 4 of Wands is also the 11-11 sign, which can mean that sort of twin flame energy. But it can mean a marriage celebration or a commitment. I think this person, if something solid and stable and secure came tumbling down and you're now in separation, which I think you are, I think this person wants renewal. They are very unhappy being away from you. It might actually be affecting their health. I feel like they feel stuck, or they have felt stuck away from you, in separation from you. Things have felt very much on hold because we've got the 2 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands, and that is all about just being... I feel like what's happening is this is what they want, but there's all this kind of stuck energy, and I think it's because this situation has come into separation. This situation has come into difficulty, and there's so much unhappiness, but the overarching energy is to bring it back with the 4 of Wands, is to renew it, is to give it life again, is to celebrate again with you in some way. But there is this sense of maybe there was some choices here. Maybe somebody did something that caused it to come tumbling down, which was around a choice. And they're now regretting that choice. I think they're now regretting that, really, because this 2 of Swords is feeling stuck, because now they're feeling sort of stuck. They are feeling, I feel like they're sort of stuck waiting. They might be stuck waiting. They may be thinking as well that you are just unsure about them, that you're unsure, that you that you would not take them back, that you would not have them back, and that's why you've got to believe in the impossible, where it would like be a miracle, or they need luck. They need a lot of luck to get them back into this situation, because there's been so much heartache and unhappiness in this situation. But this, if you can see, I think what they're saying, and it's interesting because again in pile number 2, I'm pretty certain in pile number 2 there was a reference to a key. So you might want to check out pile number 2. This Five of Pentacles, this person can get themselves out of this state of suffering and lack, which is what the Five of Pentacles is. Sorry, this is the Five of Pentacles and this is the Five of Cups. The Five of Pentacles is a sense of lack. So I feel like they feel very much out in the cold. They're feeling very much out in the cold in this situation. But I think what they're thinking is this could end, because this person could get up and pick up that key and open that door. And I think that's what they're wanting. They're hoping. That's why you've got luck. That's why you've got the blue moon. They're hoping that this state of lack, this state of separation, this state of unhappiness, is going to come to an end, and that they're feeling it could come to an end, that it is possible for it to come to an end. But at the moment it's kind of like in stagnation. It's in, with the Eight of Swords, I mean the Two of Swords here, it's sort of, I mean it could be that, you know, you just, if there has been a Tower moment, you know, that there is this kind of feeling of, you know, well, what do we do? You know, I don't quite know what to do here. Or then maybe they're thinking you're feeling that, or it feels like unfinished business. If you come into separation, this person is still thinking and feeling that this is unfinished business. We just need to get our balance back. We just need to get our balance back. We just need to come together again. We just need to end this state of lack and suffering and have, you know, a new beginning together again. I think that is what. You know, and that's why you've got believe in the impossible, because they want that to, you know, they want a miracle. I think they're thinking, I need a miracle in this situation, but it is possible. It is possible. So you might be in separation with this person for a long time. Maybe you've been in separation with this person for a long time, with a lot of you. But it could have really affected somebody's health, and if that's you, pile number 3 rather, again in reference to pile number 2, so you might want to listen to pile number 2. If that is you, then you know, you deserve every amount of time to get yourself back into balance, if that's what you need, you know, irrespective of this person. But I think this person is thinking, you know, I would like to get back into this situation. I would like this situation to recover again, to build up again. So from this, you know, tower that has crumbled, we've got another reference to a home in the background. We've got this tent erect and, you know, with its doors wide open. And I just think that they're wanting that situation to occur again, you know, for there to be happiness, and possibly a home for some of you, a home together again. Now that is what I'm feeling here. I think I'm just getting sense that they feel stuck. They're in this kind of waiting phase, but they don't want to be in this waiting phase. They want to get out of this period of suffering. But you know, if something's happened that's major, then that takes you know, time to heal and recover from. You know, we can't always just slip back into something, you know, if we're not ready for it. So if you're not ready for that, pile number 3, then obviously take your time to heal. But with the Knight of Swords here, I think this person wants to come into this situation, back into this situation rapidly. Definitely. Okay, so in terms of what have we got, any other message cards for pile number 3 here? What is their person currently thinking and feeling? There might have been some sourness as well, because I'm just noticing the lime here, and limes are very sour. So this might have been with the Tower card here, this might have been a bitter situation, a sour situation, a really hard situation to deal with. Are these worry beads? I feel like some these might be worry beads or something that we've got here. So there might be a lot of anguish in this situation. Or your person might be feeling a lot of anguish, a lot of worry as well. They might be thinking you're feeling a lot of worry. But I feel like this is card number 31. So out of that bitter situation with the Tower card here, I mean, 3 of 1 is 4, and 4 again is again about laying foundations. It's about making plans. It's about, you know, security, perseverance, and it goes with the 4 of Wands. You know, that sort of. I feel like they want to recover from the situation, but it might be like, oh my God, that would be an absolute miracle if that happened, because there's been so much, you know, difficulty in this situation, really. What is part number 3's person's current thoughts and feelings, please. What their thoughts and feelings for pile number 3. Oh, that one wants to come out. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, I feel like they really want to make the effort. Now, this image reminds me of that one there, whereby with this one, this, you know, this little boy is leaning over, he's making all the effort to kiss this little girl, but she's not really doing much. And it reminds me of this that I noticed in this Six of Wands, where this person is giving someone the red rose, but they don't really look that happy about it. So I'm just maybe thinking that, you know, there's something about them thinking, look, where all the enthusiasm with the Knight of Swords is coming from them to get this situation back. And they're sort of thinking that they'd like you to, you know, be more positive. But obviously, again, pile number 3, that is up to you, isn't it? But that's kind of just the energy that I'm picking up. They want to make all the effort towards it, but they're thinking that maybe you don't, or you wouldn't make all the effort, and that's why you need the kind of believe in the impossible, where they are going to just believe in it no matter what. They're just going to believe that this situation is going to come back to them. So they may be keeping themselves, so you actually might have moved on from this, or might not want to get back into this, but they're keeping themselves stuck in the idea that they want to come back into the situation no matter what. And they're sort of stuck, wondering, wishing, you know, this has got a sort of wondering element to it, isn't it? Where somebody's kind of looking out into the distance, keeping themselves stuck in that situation. And you might have left it behind. You might have left it behind, but they can't leave it behind. You know, they still want the good times. They still want to come back to it, really. So what is part number 3's current thoughts and feelings? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So you might have children with this person, particularly if it was a long-term connection with this Tower card with things coming down. Stay optimistic about your love life. What should I just say? I feel like they want to stay optimistic about this situation. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then the last one is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So maybe if you're in a settled and stable situation with this person before, you know, you have built up a life together. And that is something that they need to consider and you need to consider. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.